I think the biggest influence was always my father. My father's passed away several years ago. We lost my father to cancer. It was really tough. Anyone who's going through that or has had to deal with cancer knows that it's just an awful, awful thing, and it changes lives dramatically. My dad was a really important factor in my life. He was always there for me, always around, put the time in help me build that foundation, help me discuss goals and setting goals and working hard. The world owes you absolutely nothing. And if you want something, you got to go out there and hustle, and you got to grind. I don't think my dad would have used the word grind, but you've got, that would have been pretty cool. But you got to go out there and hustle. And he was old school. My dad was a Vietnam veteran and old school and came from nothing and just worked hard and never made a lot of money and just worked hard and saved and was diligent and put the time into his family and talked about goals and talked about dreams and talked about fake dreams. And fake dreams are, again, when you have these dreams of grandeur and you put no time in to accomplish that. And so unfortunately, my father never saw what we were able to accomplish in the law practice. My dad was really proud when I joined the military. He was fully supportive of it and was there along the entire way. So I think it's my dad who put that in me, that foundation, and it's why I try to instill that in my own kids. I realize the impact that has of putting the time in, putting the time in and make it real time. So when you go home, I always tell my office staff, when I'm home, I block off certain parts of my time for the family. Don't bother me. If it's urgent, it's urgent. But try to put that quality time in. You may not see that payoff in a month or 2 months or 2 years, but it builds a foundation and you have an obligation to do that for your family. And so I kind of take that same thing that was passed down to me, I try to do it with my children, and I try to do that with even my clients, because a lot of the clients I have not all of them have good, powerful family father figures. Not all of them have all of the advantages I might have had growing up by having a good, intact family and a family that always looked out for me and wanted me to succeed. So I try to instill some of that wisdom. Maybe I shouldn't, but I think that's, they say don't take it personal, but the reality is in this business, if it's not personal, it just becomes it. And so that's probably, my father, I think, globally speaking, clearly had the biggest impact on my life.